Hello, welcome to natemareflix. I am Nate, you are you, and this is my beautiful girlfriend Careesa joining me for the first time on the channel because today we are doing what would have been the hardest ranking I ever had to do on this channel because we're going to be looking at all 5 of the Purge films. And I look at all of them as being kind of the same. I'd rate all of them as like a 3 or 3.5 out of 5. But Careesa, you actually love the Purge franchise, right?
Yeah, I'm better than Saw. I used to love Saw. Now, I don't know, I can't get enough of Purge. I wonder if they're gonna make another one.
So we did I did a franchise ranking where we watched Saw. So we binged all of the Saw franchise in like a matter of 2 weeks, and it was excruciating.
Oh my gosh,
Purge was a field day by comparison. Because Purge, you're in and you're out. It's very quick. It's like, here's the theme, here's the setting for this one, and here's a whole lot of action, here's a whole lot of gun violence, and we're out. Unlike Saw, where it's like convoluted plot twist after convoluted plot twist, trying way too hard, really weird editing, so on and so forth. But today we're talking about the Purge. Let's talk about the Purge, and we're going to talk about Careesa's ranking, and then I will give my feedback and my takes on the film as well. Be sure to comment down below your takes on this franchise and let us know what your favorite Purge movie is. And of course, if you are new to the channel and enjoy this video, then go ahead and subscribe so you continue to enjoy new videos in the future. Without further ado, here's our ranking for the Purge movie franchise. All right, in 5th place, aka last place, aka the stinkiest, most awful of all the Purge movies, babe, what is it?
The First Purge. I hated it. No, I didn't hate it, but I just felt like they tried to throw in a love connection, and that annoyed me towards the end of the and I was just kind of like, all right, so I can believe
especially because he's still not a great guy. Like, I know he saved your butt, he saved your family, but he's been a plague of terror on your community for forever.
Well, he literally had, like, I don't know, strippers or whatever that was that tried to, like, murder him.
Yeah, homeboy's like, I'm all in my feels, I don't have my girl. Oh, we got hoes?
Right! So that just annoyed me to the max. But, you know, I guess I appreciate that they're like, okay, well, he's the protector of the community.
Yeah, so it's an arc. It is, in fact, a character arc. And, you know, by comparison, he's not the NFFA. They're definitely way worse in the grand scheme of things. I actually do like that take on everything, that they would go back, we explore the roots of the Purge, and if they were trying to use it to, you know, really affect this low income community, this impoverished community, this minority group, and that they weren't getting enough participation. I thought that was great. They actually showed a little less cynicism than some of the other Purge movies, and you're like, you know what, people actually want to go out and just off each other because we give them an incentive to do so. We actually have to get involved.
But at the same time, I just feel like everybody was just like nervous of like, oh, well, what would anybody think of me if I just went out and started killing? So like all of the, what quote unquote, like good people that, you know, felt like they wanted to, but then at the same time, I'm like, y'all would have. Y'all are just nervous how everybody would be.
And can I say, y'all, it's never going to happen, but for some reason, we institute a Purge in America. Don't have a Purge rave in the middle of town. It's not going to go well.
But at the same time, at
the very least, somebody's stealing your purse and you're getting roofied because all crime is legal.
No.
And then, you know, we gotta hope there's enough time for me to go kill that person. Just not good. Just say no to the Purge rave. Just don't do it. So there you go. I do love the setting of the First Purge. I love that that's the real first go at the Purge. I thought that was all done well, but I do think it lags there in the middle. I'm with you. I think from a character standpoint, this movie has probably the weakest characters, the most one-dimensional characters. Because even the girl you're talking about, the female lead, she's a strong woman, and she's, you know, she's strong, she's intense, but that's all she is. She's very much like, I gotta stick up for my family, and I'm no nonsense, but that's all there is to her. It's not a whole lot of depth to the movie. And then Marissa Tomei, don't really know why she's in here. I'm assuming she got points on the back end. Ethan Hawke told her, hey, go do a Purge movie, it pays well. And she's hardly in the movie, and then we see her killed. It's supposed to be this impactful moment, but it's really far away on an iPad. Really head-scratching stuff with the First Purge, but we'll move along. Number 4, I think this is gonna be the one I most disagree with you on. Go ahead, what is the 4th film?
The Purge, the first movie ever made of the Purge. I just thought that there's a few flaws in it, mainly like the kid just being able to have this code to release this guy back into their home, doesn't know anything about it. If I were him, I would have been like, really nervous.
He was kind of a shut-in, nerdy
Yeah, but at the
kid,
same
though.
time, like I was really nervous. Like I would have been really nervous. I've been like, Mom, Dad, like, oh my gosh.
We all know that kid. Like, you'd go over to his house and like the parental locks would be on the TV, on the movie channels and stuff. You'd be like, watch this, 3, 2, 1, haha. Like, I totally buy that kid is like that. And they kind of play it up.
But at the same time, I just feel like there's a little discrepancies. And then
I know you didn't like that the like Manson-esque family out front.
Oh my gosh,
little weird yuppie brats. They were able to get into the house so easily, just tearing away the...
Exactly.
But I think that works. Because the dad's pretty much telling you, I've blown smoke up everybody's butt. I've told them we have a state-of-the-art security
you're not going to
system.
be able to have this pickup truck and then get a bunch of steel chains trying to attach them to what? Is there anything to actually put the chains wrapped around?
You could drill something into the garage door.
Oh, okay. So all at the same time, they can remove the windows and the doors.
This is not us. This is not us. These are super silver spoon and mouth rich kids. All right, they got better resources than us. They got that hookup. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Yeah. So all at the same time, they have this one pickup truck to pull everything.
So what works for you with this movie? Because I love Ethan Hawke in this as the dad. I think he's the most interesting character of any of the films because he's at one time the good guy and the bad guy of the story. He's a good guy because he's just trying to protect his family on Purge night. And he's realizing all the stuff that he was doing wrong. But he's a bad guy because he kind of sold everybody out by working them up and telling them, you need to buy our security system, knowing full damn well there were problems with the security system that was not going to keep anybody safe. But he's a bad guy because he's greedy.
Yeah.
But it's not like evil, like crazy, I want to rule the world greed we usually get in movies. He's like normal suburban greedy, where he's like, I just want to get the best sales figures at my company. I want to be able to go buy a boat and take my family on a nice vacation. I want to give my wife a lifestyle.
Yeah, I mean, my favorite character was the wife itself. Probably towards, especially at the end, I just thought it was hilarious that, they tried to come at her again, and she's like, "Nope, don't do it.
No more killing.
No more." And I just thought that was
exactly. I thought that couple, Lena Headey and Ethan Hawke, I thought that was some of the best stuff in any of the Purge movies. I get your problems, like
the kids in general. The kids, they're just spoiled little brats. The daughter. Oh my god.
She's way out of her league. There's a moment where she's face to face, like this close with Ethan Hawke, and he's doing this like really complex acting, and she's supposed to, I guess, be terrified.
Oh my gosh.
He's doing this amazing like physical acting, and he's doing all these little mannerisms and slight adjustments to his face and his voice, and she's just like, and you're like, you are not holding your own right now.
Because I guess she thought maybe that because she was in shock.
Yeah, you can see what she was going for, but just did not quite work. And then just one more little point about this movie that because you're putting it down here and I've been trying to build it up, I will say it did bother me. Speaking of that character, that young girl, they make a point to talk about how she's underage, about her being young, about her having this boyfriend that's older than her, and so they have a relationship where he's probably above 18 and she's like 16 or 17. They really, really hit that over. They hit you over the head with that. But the camera keeps lingering, and it starts like down at her ankles, and they have her in like a schoolgirl outfit, and it just like grows up her skirt left and right.
That was annoying.
And I'm like, what are you trying to do to me as an audience member? I'm a good dude. I'm not creepy. Just because you're creepy doesn't mean I have to be. Stop forcing the eye up the skirt. That's weird, and I would knock the First Purge.
Yeah, it's like my biggest issue about all movies.
But all that aside, I gotta say, every time I watch that first movie, I have a bigger appreciation for it. But we will move on. All right, number 3, we have made it to the podium. We're going to see who gets that bronze medal. Babe, what is the third best Purge movie?
The Forever Purge.
The new one. Yeah, that was a fun way to spend 4th of July. I had a good time in the theater. Before we get your thoughts, I'll just say it's nonstop. From the word go, it just, boom, action, explosion. We're going to this city. We're going to that city. There's vehicles colliding. There's traps. All sorts of insane mass. This person's screaming. That person's screaming. Non-stop stimuli for you. But what do you think?
I love Texas, so I was happy. Loving the setting.
And Mexico.
I thought it was awesome that they finally showed that people are crazy.
They've showed that. Do you remember Skeletor?
Right, but no, but like in terms of you're not gonna just have one day of Purge and then people will be like, okay, that was over. Cool, that was a great night. Like
this one, this one definitely explores kind of some topical stuff. It really does
Right.
explore like when you take a bunch of misinformation, you take conspiracy theory, you take online hate, and it gets out of control, what it all could build to and lead to. I'm with you there. In a really uncomfortable way, the cynicism of this movie felt apt.
Yeah. However, I do have one question. The baby was born in Mexico, so is it a citizen of the United States?
That works though, because Josh Wilson, the voice of Home Depot, he's been the whole movie talking about, I don't even know if I want my boy speaking Spanish in my house, all this stuff, and now his daughter.
Oh yeah, no, I love it.
It's like a little twist, and they do the. I mean, even just the plot device of having these people that are like, you know, we're losing sight of our country. We got all these Mexicans coming in. We're losing American culture, and I don't want to hear all this Spanish. At the end, it's Mexico having to open its border to the U.S. and them having to take refuge. I thought that was interesting. It's a plot twist, but it's also not like such a bold political statement that anybody should get butthurt or feel like they're being targeted. It's still very much just, it makes sense for the story. The themes are there, but it's not, it's the Purge, you know?
But I felt bad though for those that are more than 6 hours away to get to Canada or Mexico. I'm like, man, I guess I'd be dead. We live in Virginia, so we ain't making it.
Nah. I mean,
survival mode.
Yeah. So I don't know. I like that one. I would say that if you are on the fence, like I don't know if I want to go see that movie in theaters, I would say go do that. I think it's a good time.
I love it. Like There's a few jump scares. Even I was just jumping
some real
out of
cool,
my seat.
Yeah, some real cool character designs as far as like what people are wearing as masks or face paint. Like you said, really good jump scares. Also, just like we always see great gunplay in the Purge movies. Here we've got lassos, we've got bow and arrows, we've got explosives. We got all sorts of amazing stuff. So Forever Purge, I'm with you. It's a really good time, and I think it's a little bit smarter than some of the other Purge movies. But let's go ahead and see what your second place is. All right, at number 2, our silver medal recipient. What Purge movie is it?
Purge Anarchy.
Purge Anarchy, the one that gave us Frank Grillo, who has tremendous chops as an action star.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that he was awesome. Beating up all those bad people trying to kill him and the group of people he was trying to save. The fact that he stopped when he realized that someone, I guess, in this big tractor trailer was trying to kill the mom and daughter. And I thought that was really awesome.
He's kind of that like cool, badass action star, and he's doing it sort of begrudgingly. Like he's got an axe to grind, but like at his core, he's just so good that he can't let himself just be the bad guy that he wants to be. I get liking that type of guy.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was funny because he's like, well, what did y'all do for people to come after you? And then, you know, the other, like the couple that was trying to get a divorce.
Yeah, dumb whiteys.
Right. I don't know. That was like one part of the movie that I was kind of just like, I could have done without.
They are just the most Wonder Bread dipped in milk white couple you will ever see. And I mean, she rolled her eye so hard that I felt it when it started. And they have like an hour for the Purge, and they're just out shopping, and they're like, I'm sure it'll be all right. Nothing could go wrong. Sure enough, you know,
and
somebody
your car breaks down. Right. I don't know. I mean,
but those guys are creepy, so I can see why you like it, because this movie has so many different villains. Like, you have the guy in the back of the truck,
right?
Papa or whatever you can call him, is just mowing people down with military-grade weapons. You got the guys outside the convenience store that are just stalking all over town in intense makeup.
I mean, those were the normal people though. But in general, they should have made sure that they were going to be able to get to wherever they needed to be before Purge happened.
Of course.
You know, the mom and daughter, they tried to stay safe, but then of course the government intervened. Come to find out, well, the government was saying it wasn't having enough people die during that night, and population was too high. But you know, I just felt that if I were to be involved in the Purge and I wanted to keep my life safe, I wouldn't be like, oh, I have to go pick up some sugar.
I'm not gonna let you. You're like, what were you sugar for that bad? Babe, Purge night cupcakes ain't a thing tonight. All right, we're gonna go. I'm not gonna tell you where we're gonna go in case things go sideways. We'll talk about that after. But I totally get what you're saying. I mean, I understand that it's a movie and have to create scenarios for why somebody would be out in the streets, but that's a bit clumsy. And they got everything coming their way.
Yeah, but at the same time also, so you know, then you go to the end of it, and towards the end of the movie, and then the rich people are just like, I'll pay $1,000 for for these group of people, and I wanna kill. I'm like, y'all are crazy.
Have
really,
you met rich white people?
No, that's above and beyond. There is a boundary line. Okay, you can be safe in your homes. Go stay safe in your home. You don't need to go experiment.
But we can make a shindig out of it. We can show off.
Oh my lord! I guess. Yeah, I mean, I guess I wish I had that much money.
I don't, but I feel like growing up and being near a neighborhood that did have a lot of wealthy people who had like elevators in their houses and private screening rooms and all sorts of crazy stuff like that. Just kind of like going over once or twice for like hangouts and meeting these people's parents. I gotta say, it wasn't that far-fetched to me. I was like, y'all always seem just a little bit cray-cray to me. So I get what you're saying, but it's also just, it's always fun to kind of take down those archetypes.
Hey,
right?
yeah, I mean, hey, I enjoyed all of them, you know, being able to kill off the rich people, and then all of a sudden the people were just watching in the window, and they're like, no, call security.
That is such kind of a victorious, fun moment when the guy from the first film, the black guy that gets into Ethan Hawke's house, he actually comes back in this movie, and we see that character, thank God he survived, because he means so much to this resistance and to this movement. And it's cool to see his character kind of take on that prominence and to see him get one up on these people that were trying to track him.
I mean, I was on the couch, y'all. I was literally on the couch like, yes! Oh my gosh! I was going crazy, just cheering for everybody involved, just being like, go kill him. Let's go.
And that is why it must be her second best Purge film. All right, and we've arrived to number 1. The gold medal. Process of elimination, you already know what it is, but babe, what is the greatest Purge movie in your estimation?
The election year. I think that it's pretty
on point. It's pretty accurate.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I just feel like the last couple of elections have been a little crazy. Thankfully, thankfully we don't have the Purge implemented.
It's not been divisive at all.
But I feel like it pretty much made sense for them to be like, everybody is like able to be killed. You know, it made, of course, the NFFA. They wanted her dead. They knew that she was gonna.
Nice of them to act out and be like, we know that there are like all sorts of shady backroom deals. We know that people disappear in the night. We know our politicians are corrupt, and we know that they would utilize the Purge as best they could to make foes and naysayers disappear or just cease to be a problem. So it was interesting to see them actually employ that element in this movie.
And then I like that, I guess, that last guy from Purge Anarchy.
It was good to see him come back.
Built him up.
And I actually did like the rapport of him and the senator.
Yeah.
And they actually come together, make this like perfect balance. Like if they were one character, they would be like the best character of all time, because he's kind of got this like nitty gritty, logical, grounded, and at times nihilistic approach. And then she's just like this very virtuous but very idealistic kind of.
I mean, hey, I think that might be us. I'm the one just like, oh, let me go help everybody, and then you're just like, stay safe.
Well, before I start idling on Frank Grillo, I need to get back in that gym ASAP. But I just think together they kind of have this nice little rapport. They have good chemistry. McKelty Williamson, the guy who owns a convenience store and is just trying to like hold on to the little piece of America that he has, all that he has to his name. I thought he was great. He has amazing one-liners. He's funny as all get out. But we should expect that. He played Bubba in Forrest Gump. You know what I mean? This man comes with a resume. He's got credentials. But I really think he bolstered the cast. I think it's one of the best casts.
But hey, I don't know. I just thought that him and then he's a store clerk, right?
Yeah, they have good rapport as well.
Exactly. I just love their relationship.
Their relationship is touching.
And the guy, the store clerk, he's like, nah, I'm going to help you. I'm going to make sure you're safe. We're keeping the store safe. We're a family. And
even their friend who drives the like triage or whatever you're going to call it van. And you know that in the old days, she used to be like one of the most fearsome purgers. And she was a badass on the block and everybody was terrified of her. And then she's kind of had this growth and she sees what the Purge is and how it's being used. And so she's had this revelation and she's changed.
And she's just helping.
So on that level, I can see why you would choose this as your favorite, because like other movies, I'm talking about like the First Purge, I don't really clean any characters. This movie, I feel like I got a little piece of everybody. And when I think back on this franchise, those characters pop to me. Those are the ones that come immediately to mind, not necessarily some of the others. So I get why you pick it for that reason, but I got a gripe here. Something that always bothers me about the Purge election year. It's when they go to like the religious ceremony, the sacrificial ceremony.
Yeah.
That freaking dude, the white pasty guy with the like
the priest or whatever, the weird, oh my gosh,
he's not even in the same movie. When you look at the rest of the movie, you watch him, he's from some campy out there weird ass movie. He's entirely too much. But then the other guy, the guy who's running for senator against one of our heroes, he's entirely too much too, to where that skinny freak is stabbing somebody and the other guy is like behind him, all but orgasming behind him, like purge. You know what I mean? Like, and it's in slow mo and just spit flying. That's too much.
Picturing it all again.
That's too much. It takes me out of everything the entire time. So I'm like, why are we doing that? We were doing so well. Why are we doing that? So that's all I'm gonna say about your favorite Purge movie. It's the only gripe I got. Outside of that, great list, babe. I approve. It's got the natemareflix seal of approval. Be sure to comment down below what you think of Careesa's rankings, and go ahead and subscribe if you're new to the channel so you keep getting all sorts of fun content like this, or at least hopefully you had a good time. But other than that, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Me and Careesa just want to say we hope you have a fantastic day. I'm Nate. She's Careesa. This has been Natemareflix, and that's a wrap.